deal with this word. He tells you how to deal with emotions. He said you deal with them by allowing me to teach you how to put them behind you.
Hey, Trace,
come on.
this fell in my spirit. Do me a favor. We got the couples together. I'm gonna speak for the ladies. Do me a favor. And this may not apply, but if it does, just a free one from the Rev. Ladies, look at your husband and say, boo, I need you to know I never wanted to marry a male version of your mama. It's 2019, and I'm tired of dealing with men. You more like your mama than your daddy. It's too many emotional men. Say what you mean and mean what you say. If you didn't marry a woman who had a strong daddy, she know what no sound like. And some of y'all, man, you trying to please her. You can't please her with the love of God, and she never hear no, because God will say no. God says no. He says wait. He says go. He says come. He says stop. He says lay down. He says get up. That's how you talk like God. You ain't got to call her out of her name. You ought to have enough power, authority in your voice where when you say get off the phone with that gospel friend, she say yes, Lord.
That's right.
Yes, Lord. That's biblical. Don't tell me you're a woman of God and you ain't studied Sarah. Sarah talked to Abram. She said, yes, Lord. Calling yourself a woman of God and you run to everybody else, but he got to beg you to be his wife. Men, get your emotions together. Say what you mean what you say. And when she asks you what you want, have a made up mind. All this, I don't know, whatever you want. You know what you want, man. I want you. I get off at 5 o'clock, by 5:30, red dress, high heels, sweet perfume. You know what I want. Find a babysitter. You know. And we got to come out this emotion. We're pouting in our marriages. And because daddy pouting, now the children pouting.
That's right.
Instead of, and do me a favor, men, raise your hand. I'm in a fantasy football league, and they brought in a new dude. And you know what I told them? I said, do me a favor, run a background check on him. They said, oh, Rev, you always cracking jokes. I said, no, I'm serious. If he gonna be in this league, because I don't want to go through what I went through last year in my fantasy league, I said, run a background check. If he ever quit Pop Warner, middle school football, high school football, college football, he cannot be in this league. Women, check his history. A quick man gonna be a quitter.
That's it.
You cannot tell me you all in and quickness always come out your mouth. We made a pact when we got married. We don't play with the word divorce. I don't know. We don't play with separation. Those are demonic words. God, we don't serve a God of separation or division. That's why scripture says a house divided against itself cannot stand. And we play with those words. You in your feelings, and because she won't let you watch the fourth quarter of the game, you calling a divorce. Man, please. But I'll leave. And sisters, do me a favor. Call his bluff. Call his bluff. Next time that joker say he leaving, say goodbye. And I guarantee you, if you loving him with the love of God, he gonna say, why you say that? I said I was leaving, but not leaving. I was just gonna leave and go to the store. You want something? Yeah, where this bag come from that's already packed?
You want some chicken wings?
I didn't, yeah.
There. It says,
What's the second one, man? What's the second
the
one?
scripture says bear all. And because you can bear all because you can believe all things. And when you believe all things, you are convinced. Your love is convinced enough.
Wrong with that, man.
Convinced enough. Convinced. Believe all things concerning Christ. If you believe all things concerning Christ, then you can bear the things that come against your marriage. You got to believe that you're more than a conqueror.
Yeah.
You got to believe that you can do all things through Christ. You have to believe these promises that God gave for us to allow you to bear all things. Yeah. You got to be convinced in your mind that you live for Christ and Christ only.
That's right.
You got to be convinced in your mind that what you've entered to in front of God is forever. You got to believe that. You can't have an out clause. You can't be thinking, well, if he do this, He say this, If this happened, it's comical, but most marriages are based upon that, which I just said. The biggest thing that I see is a lot of times people say, well, man, he got a bank account, and so do I. What? Really? That's how you trust the one that you're going to spend the rest of your life with? I told my wife, if I can't trust you with my money, man, I'm good. If I can't trust you enough not to trick off the money that we need to live and take care of our children, you ain't the woman for me. That's just real talk. You ain't the woman for me. And then I go a step farther than that. If you do trick off the money, this is how I get down. If you do go trick off the money, don't come on crying to me. Then we ain't got no money. Go in there and light the candle because light finna turn off. Find something, how to cook something, because I'm gonna need something to eat still. You tricked all the money off, you gotta go find something. I'm still home.
And guess what? Now that it's dark. All things do work together.
Love has to be convinced, and it's only convinced if it's rooted through the Word of God. That's the only way. You can't put your feelings in it. You can't put your idea with it. The scripture says, lean not onto your own understanding. That's right. In all things. It's all things. We're supposed to have the mind of Christ. And if we got the mind of Christ, how we can't love like him?
Trace, let me throw this in real quick. I used the word conceal on my first point. The wife corrected me. I got caught up. I was excited. Reveal. Not conceal. Somebody could have said something. Help me out. Amen.
Convince. Wes, talk to me. Let me tell you when I was convinced that I loved her without a shadow of a doubt.
Because I really want to know this.
You want to know that?
Yes.
It was after our first child was born.
Okay.
After our first child was born. I wasn't here when Tiani was born. I was off playing professional baseball. And I was off playing professional baseball. We were in the middle of the playoff run, and the baseball team told me, you can't go home, dude. We're in the middle of playoff rush, playoff push, and we need you on the field, so I need you to hug your wife from afar. And if you've never been in a performance-based industry, you don't understand what that means. Because I'm a young man, I'm 18 years old, playing in a performance-based system with a wife and child, with a child at home fighting for his life. It's either come home and starve to death and not take care of her, or stay there and play and make sure I'm good and let my wife do what she do and turn it over to God. Amen. I know y'all got quiet because that's the decision everybody can't make. But it was an easy one for me because my wife needed to be taken care of. And God had provided me the avenue through baseball. So when they said, man, you got to stay, I called my wife and said, I ain't coming home. Handle that until I get there. Because I know God got my child. That's it, man. At that point, she didn't whine. She didn't cry. She didn't say, man, when you coming home? Or they can't gonna let you go, man. She could have said, quit. Give up baseball. Don't go back. Stay here with us. But you know what she said? She said, I got this. Amen. She said, I got this. You handle business there, and I'm going to handle business here. And God blessed me with some friends. God blessed me with some friends. I had my best friend and a couple other my really good friends. They stood in the gap for me when I wasn't here. Every day they took my wife to see my child. Every day they walked with her. Every day they talked with her. And then they would call me and give me full report. That's friends. Yeah. Those are my dogs. Yeah. Them the dudes that I roll with. That's when I was convinced that's the woman for me forever. Forever. Because if she down with me and she down with God like that, I can't go wrong. I can't go wrong. I'm in the right spot at the right time. What, you got someone convinced?
Man, listen. You know I do, man. Listen. When I look, this we don't believe, right? Y'all do me a favor. Do me a favor. Anybody see the movie Wait and Exhale? Angela Bassett, I don't remember her character, but she was married to a dude. He tripped and she cut all the hair off. Y'all remember that movie? And one of her frustrations in the movie was she was upset because he didn't give her credit for what he had built. And she like, you didn't build this by yourself. Do me a favor, if you sitting with your spouse, look him in the face and say, boo, you didn't build this by yourself. And one of the things where we hurt people is in the word belief. We have a belief system sometimes where we treat people as if they don't need credit where credit is due. And one of the worst things we can do in our marriage is not stop and tell people, thank you for helping me build what we built. Because sometimes we think and we say, well, I made the most money, but you ain't make it by yourself. Right. Because sometimes in marriages, somebody got to take a step back so you can shine. Am I talking to somebody? And so, see, some of y'all missing me. I had a meeting in my office one day, and I brought men in my office. You remember that night, Tracy? And I said, how many of y'all can handle being married to Beyonce? And cats was raising their hand. I said, I'm going to say it one more time. How many of you cats can handle being married to a woman if she make more money than you? Cats was going, oh, it wouldn't matter to me. Okay, you talking a good game. And then when women started blowing up, now cats tripping. In marriage, you have to know when you got to take a step back to let your spouse shine. I need you to ask your spouse today, amen, amen, can I shine in this situation too? Because see, folk got this thing twisted. People see Nehemiah and they say, oh, Pastor West, you built that. I ain't built it by myself. My wife had to give up her home. She had to give up her living room and her kitchen to be our first church. She had to give up, and I don't know how much money she didn't have to sacrifice to keep lights on. I ain't built this by myself. I ain't been on them 25 black college tours by myself. I ain't the one giving all these. Am I talking to somebody? She wake up every day at 5:30, go to work a full job, come down here and grind. I ain't built this by myself. So guess what? You're not my mama, but guess what? In the words of Tupac, you are appreciated. Learn how to put your hands together for your spouse. Some days you just ought to come home and say, I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me do what I do. Thank you for believing in me. Because some of y'all, how many here entrepreneurs dreamers? Do you not know when you marry an entrepreneur and a dreamer, it takes a special person to be with you? Because every dream don't come to fruition. Every business don't blow up. So thank you for being with me when it was good. Thank you for being with me when it didn't go good. Am I talking to somebody? Because don't tell me you all in and you only all in when we got VIP passes.
Yes, that's good. That's really good. That's really good. That's a wonderful testimony. I've already started talking about the baseball thing, right? Listen, I'm 10 years in. I'm 10 years into this baseball thing, and I have an unfortunate accident. I tear my knee up. All my dreams and aspirations in baseball are now in question. Come on. They're in question. Whether I'm going to play again, am I going to ever get back to play like I used to play? My career, and I told y'all, I'm in a performance-based industry. If you don't perform, they don't pay. It's as simple as that. You see these athletes on there, and you look at them, man, that dude is fighting for his right to be where he needs to be to make the money he needs to make. Because they're not going to pay him if he don't go and perform. You got to perform. And so I'm at the point in my career where I can't perform like I used to. I'm at home, man. I have surgery on my knees. I get back, man, I'm taking pills. I told you I was a drug addict. I'm taking pills, I'm drinking, I'm doing everything I can to do what? Get back on the field. Get back on the field, because that's all I knew from a little bitty boy. All I wanted to do was be a professional baseball player. So that dream ain't gonna die quickly. So I have surgery, I go back, I have major knee surgery. I get back on the field in less than 6 months. Less than 6 months after major knee surgery, I'm back at spring training. I'm doing my thing, I'm playing, I'm popping pills to get up, I'm popping pills to go to sleep, I'm drinking to get up, I'm drinking to go to sleep, and one day I'm laying on the couch. My daughter's crawling, Tiana's a little bitty girl, she's crawling around on the ground doing her thing, and she said, Daddy, pick me up. She said, pick me up. And I couldn't get off the couch to pick her up. And I looked at my wife and I said, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. And the words, this next words that came out of my mouth just confirmed everything I know you need to know about my boo. She said, I was never going to tell you to quit what you love. I was going to never tell you to stop doing what you love. She said, I was just waiting on you. That's good. So, husband, why? If you married to a dreamer, if your love is convinced enough, don't be a dream killer. Don't be a dream killer. Whatever it is, support that person to the very end. You know why? Because you're putting them, that dream, and all that other things that wrapped around that thing, you're giving it to God. And when God says, that's enough, then that's enough. Because I'll never be able to stand before y'all and say, I quit because she said something. I'll never get to say that. And you should never allow your spouse to have the chance to say that to you. I stopped doing what I love because you told me to. Never. Convinced. You got to be convinced of all things concerning Christ, and you got to be convinced that your love for Christ is enough to sustain whatever that you're going through. Amen. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. All things. All things. He didn't say, oh, just if he drink a little bit, if he smoke a little bit, if he hanging out. He said all things. That means if he fornicating, if he's not loving you the way he wants. All things. All things. If he's not coming home at night, all things. What is your all things? Because I bet all the money. No, I ain't gonna say all my pockets. I ain't got none.
Don't bet. Don't bet. Don't bet. Hit him with the third one. Hit him with the third one. Don't bet. Don't bet. Don't bet. Hit him with the third one.
Third thing. Bears all things, believe all things. And the third one says, hope all things. Is your all things expecting enough? Expecting enough. Hope. Who in here have hope?
Hope is a good thing, if not the best of things. Andy Dufresne, Shawshank Redemption.
Because you are able to bear all things, and because you are able to bear all things, believe all things, now you got a hope for expectation from God. I have an expectation to God. When I lift my spouse up to you, I got an expectation that you're going to do exactly what you said you're going to do. My job is to sit down and be quiet. And do what you tell me to do, and that's live a godly life and be holy and righteous. All the rest of the stuff, man, let God take care of it. I have an expectation that God is going to fix everything. He ain't doing right, God, you're going to fix it. Our marriage, we ain't rocking the way we're supposed to marry. God, I got an expectation that you're gonna fix that thing. Because you said it in your word. So if you got an expectation, then what you worrying for? Right. What you at home crying for? What you side-eyeing for when he come walking through the door? Why? Because you got an expectation that God's going to do more and more abundantly than what you asked for. Because he's not only going to fix him, he's going to fix him better than you can ever ask for. So you need an expectation. Wes, would you ever have an expectation for your wife?
Yeah, it's about to get grimy.
Well, come on, man.
It's about to get grimy. Grown people. Only a few people have I ever shared this testimony with. But I want to help some marriages today and some future marriages. I have the utmost confidence in my wife, my right hand, my ride or die. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I damaged my body. And I hope God restores my body. There's some men that may understand what I'm getting ready to say. You mess around and you play with high blood pressure, it can affect your body. And if they mess around and put you on the wrong meds, you can go from number 8 Kobe to number 24 like that. I'm going to say it again. You can damage your body, and they can put you on meds, knowing the meds gonna kill you as a man. They will look you in the face and not tell you the real side effects of this medicine. And before you know it, you hooked on this medicine that may bring your blood pressure down, but it's now killing you as a man. The greatest thing the one thing that helped me through that, and even to this day, I never ever thought about my wife leaving me. Some of y'all missing. Some of y'all missing. See, always break down the levels of love. If your marriage is based on filial love, that means when the money ain't right, you can be friends, sit and play spades. Am I talking to somebody? When your marriage is built on eros love, that means if the erotic ain't happening, some of y'all laughing. Some of y'all laughing. And that's why that's why certain days of the month you thinking he cheating. That's all your marriage is built upon. But when you build your marriage upon agape love, no matter what happens in your marriage, whether she on bed rest, whether she can't, whether I can't, you have confidence that your marriage, am I talking to somebody? You should be in a position in your life where the last thing you got to worry about is him or her leaving you. Am I talking to somebody? And everybody can't say that's your belief, because if that was your belief, you wouldn't be a detective. And you a detective. That's why you got to break into his Facebook page. That's why, am I talking to somebody? That's why you got a fake Instagram account hoping you catch him cheating. Because you don't have confidence in the one you love. And guess what? I got so much confidence in her. I already know, y'all already know my testimony. Because I know she wouldn't share that like that. Right. And she wouldn't mishandle something that's personal to me. Amen. Am I talking to somebody? And I'm trying to help some of you all in here. Women, do me a favor. The reason why your husband no longer tell you stuff, because you talk too much. I gave you classified information and you told people. So guess what? I ain't telling you nothing else. I told you that was between me and you. I ain't married to your mama. I ain't married to your sisters. Them your friends, not mine. All right. And that never should have been discussed. And not just for women towards men, but it's some men talk too much. I don't know what hood you from, but we all ex-players. And some of y'all giving brothers way too much information. Am I talking to somebody? That's classified information. You don't just mishandle that. Another brother should not know how your wife likes her eggs. On way too much information. How that brother know she like them scrambled with 2 shakes of pepper in it? How you know all that? That's too much information. Some of y'all laughing, but your sister friend should not be able to cook for your man. How she know all that information? She know way too much. She know way too much, and it's your fault. Because see, you got to remember, yeah, confidence. Do me a favor. Yeah, if you with your loved one, just look them in the face and say, boo, do you have confidence in me? I have confidence in you. Look them in the face. This is a real moment. Do you have confidence in me? Listen, we're talking about all things. Are y'all ready for this? Are you ready for this? Who in here would love for your spouse to make good money? Raise your hand. You like good money. Like good money. Guess what? Money come, money go. So guess what? I'm going to see how much faith you got right now. We in New York City. I'm making the most money I've ever made. Just got my first job. We in New York City. We doing it good. I'm the player president. I ain't never made that much money. And so we in New York City. My phone ring. I'm going, this is not a good call. I step outside real smooth. What's that? And they say, man, we tried to save your job, but we couldn't. I'm in New York City. I begged Coca-Cola before I left, please tell me if you can't save my job. I'm in New York City. I'm letting her shop, do her thing. Now I got to go back in the restaurant and tell her don't order dessert. Because I don't know where my next paycheck coming from. But guess what? I had confidence that if I tell her the truth, she wouldn't leave.
All right.
Some of y'all missing me. Some of y'all missing me. You a woman of God, but he can't never give you bad news.
That's good.
He ought to be able to give you bad news and you don't fall apart.
Right.
How are you his helpmate and he get ready to tell you bad news and the first words out your mouth, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I can't handle no more bad news, and so now I got to go talk to somebody else. Now you forcing me to talk to somebody else because you can't handle what I'm going through. I didn't fire myself, I got fired. I don't like the fact we're in this situation, but we in it. Can I at least talk to you without you flipping out, cursing, tearing up stuff? I just need us to make a plan.
All right.
And the plan is for the night, are we going to eat Apple Jacks or Lucky Charms? And if I pick the Apple Jacks, I need you to put the Apple Jacks in the fine china and serve it to me like I'm still the player president. Working, not working. And somebody looking at me funny, but guess what? Jesus was still Jesus on the cross, on the donkey, in the manger. Am I too heavy? So don't just say he's the king of the castle when he working overtime.
Good stuff.
You slap hard, bro.
We have some singles in the building with us today, and I don't want you to think that this message is only for married folks. Because those that desire to be married, I need you at this point before Boaz find you, I need you to know what your all things are.
All right.
I need you to understand that when you meet him, you're able to tell him, man, I'm down with all things because I believe God can conquer all things. So if you're single, you're in the building. You're in the building. You're right where you need to be. You're preparing yourself for when he comes to be able to deal with all things. Because you're not marrying Jesus. You're marrying a broken vessel. Come on, somebody. Ain't none of us perfect.
That's right.
As much as you want to, he might look good, he might dress good, he might smell good. He might have some lovely stuff come out his mouth, but he ain't perfect.
Right.
So one day he gonna say something, do something that you ain't gonna like. And if you ain't convinced of your all things, come on, somebody. Yeah, if you ain't convinced with your all things. So singles, don't leave us. Stay in the building with us. So you were strong enough so you can bear things. You was convinced enough so your love always believes. You had enough expectation that you have hope. And lastly, not least, is your all things sustainable enough. It says, endures all things. That's right. Is your love sustainable? When it rains on your side of the street, do you whine or do you go get an umbrella? What do you do when it's raining on your side of the street? Money not right, the food's not right, the kids not right, nothing's right. Nothing's going right. Is your love sustainable enough? Can you sustain what God has put inside of you to work with your husband to rectify the problem? Or all you're going to do is complain? Because it's easy to complain. It's easy to say, man, it's your fault that we're here. It's your fault that this is going on. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's easy to point the finger. But it's tough, and it takes time and grit to come up with some answers. Come up with some answers. When me and my wife are going through, man, I want answers. I don't need to know I was wrong. I know I was wrong. Yeah. Right? I know I did it. I did it. I don't need you to continue to point your finger and say, well, man, you know, we wouldn't be here if it was you.
Right.
What? I know that. I need you to get me in prayer and help me sustain myself so we can come up with some answers so we can move forward. So we can show another couple that's watching us. Come on, somebody. We can show another couple that's watching us that's saying, man, they going through, but man, look at they still happy and in love. All right? They still happy and in love. Sustainable. What can you sustain? What can you hold on to? Huh? Relationships are built off being able to sustain your love for Christ. And once you sustain your love for Christ, you transfer that love over to the one that you love the most. It's just that simple. But we make it difficult because we get in our feelings. We want what we want. Our happiness is more. We want our happiness more than we want to make God happy. So when we get in those mind frames, we can't sustain nothing because it's all about me. I need me. I want me to be happy. I don't even. Sometimes, man, listen. Marriages get in a place where I don't care if making me happy doesn't make her happy. Play on that. Play on that. I want her to make me happy even if it makes her sad. Come on, don't shake your head and say it don't happen, because it does happen. Your wife sees what she knows is right. She know y'all can't afford that $400 car, but because she loves you and want to give you what you want, she say, okay, let's sign for it. No, you can't pay for it. No, in the long run, that's bad for you.